tonight. There are lots of women who have pioneered the way for younger generations in their field. Tonight, Jenna Webster introduces us to one woman whose hard work and determination created an avenue for women to play competitive sports at Iowa.
By this point, you know the story well.
I wanted to be 22 because of Caitlin Clark is 22.
The Caitlin Clark effect, the sold-out arena. The Iowa Hawkeyes captivating fans.
Who's got the volume? Is that you? You all think Iowa's going to win?
But there wouldn't be the story of Caitlin Clark
Okay, good, yay.
without the women who paved the way.
When I was at Iowa,
Women like Helen Smiley.
way back in the 1960s, 68, we were lucky to have 30 people in the audience. It has a copy of the roster from back then. Oh, I don't think I have a favorite.
In 1968, Smiley was tasked with starting a competitive women's athletic program at the University of Iowa.
The rules of the games were very limiting in terms of the young girls because they didn't believe that women's bodies were designed to compete. And actually my title was the Director of Recreational Sports and Competitive Sports. That's what they had. They didn't call me the athletic director.
7 sports, including basketball, all with a combined budget of less than $800.
So they all wore the same uniforms. That's all we had. This is that women's tournament that I was telling you about.
A year later, the Iowa women played in the National Invitational Collegiate Tournament.
That was the first time they had a national tournament for college women.
More than a decade before the NCAA even held its first women's tournament.
And it was the old basketball rules. The guards were on one end and forwards were on the other end. I. O. W. W.
It all seems like just a distant memory when you look at Iowa women's basketball now.
How many thousand are here today?
This game against Holy Cross
Yay!
is now the most watched first-round game in women's NCAA history.
That one we knocked her right down.
Nielsen saying it averaged 3.23 million viewers.
Caitlin.
One of 4 Iowa games this season that averaged over 3 million.
You hope that someday it would be better, but you just can't dream ahead.
And all this has far exceeded any idea Smiley could have dreamed.
Just to know that there are all these little young girls out in the stands that are waving their signs and want autographs and want to wear Caitlin shirts. And, that's so exciting for me because we didn't have anything. Now, luckily, we have scholarships and we have professional sports. And the women have everything. It's wonderful.
In Davenport. Jenna Webster, WQAD, News 8.
I love it.
And Helen Smiley went on to become the women's athletic director at Western Illinois University and was eventually named director of athletics. She retired from there in 2001.